So thank you, Mark, Mr. Donfried, Director of ICD. Honorable Minister Walter Mzembi, the Minister of Tourism and Hospitality Industry of Zimbabwe. The Chief Executive of the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, Mr. Kaseke, Mr. Muzangaza, a board member of the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, distinguished presenters, yes, Ambassador of Gabon, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, I was on this very stage, and I was talking about how Zimbabwe uses cultural diplomacy in its international relations. I spoke about a legendary story which is passed on from generation to generation, but the moral, I won't repeat it today, but the moral of the story was every people, every nation, every country has a way of doing things. I also spoke that our way of doing things is influenced by our culture, our traditions, our experiences, and our history. I also spoke about perceptions as the greatest challenge that we face, and that telling our own story was one of the best ways to overcome these perceptions. People-to-people contacts are another effective way of correcting these perceptions. And this is where tourism comes in. No perception can stand in the face of a good destination where there are hospitable people and warm people. It is that fitting, Director Donfried, that this forum is running back-to-back with the International Tourism Base. Since tourism will break barriers and also unsubstantiated and unwarranted perceptions. In the spirit of telling our own story and our own way of doing things, I'm honored and humbled that the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Hospitality Industry is here with us. Also the Chief Executive of ZTA, members of the Zimbabwe delegation, some of whom will come on stage. It is also in this respect that I'm honored to also introduce to you one of our cultural bands. They're based here in Berlin. They play one of our traditional instruments, which is the mbira, which has also been passed on from generation to generation. So they will play one aspect of our cultural experiences. After that, as already been said, we'll have a branding video which will show you our brand, Zimbabwe. And then our brand director will also come and address you, and then the minister and also the chief executive officers will also be attending to some of your questions. I don't want to preempt what my colleagues will say when they come on stage, but suffice to say that the minister and the chief executives and their ministries and officials, they've been very effective in marketing brand Zimbabwe. And one of their notable achievements was the joint hosting of the United Nations World Tourism Organization Assembly in our premier resort city of Victoria Falls. In addition to experiencing how we play, which is part of our culture, you will also experience how we eat. You will be sampling some typically traditional Zimbabwean dishes. It is my hope that through this experience, you have a very good impression of brand Zimbabwe. My task was very easy, just to give introductory remarks, and I thank you for your attention.